Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
We're at the Michigan Golf Show, and one of our favorite places in Michigan, Manistee National Golf and Resort, is represented by Denis Meikle. Denis, you've been there for quite a while now.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you guys. Saw you in Grand Rapids briefly, but you guys have a pretty full schedule, I'm sure. So things are going good. Yep, I've been there going on 7 years now. Excited to be here in Detroit. Things are busy today, so we're rolling pretty good. We're excited about the weekend, and I'm kind of excited because it's the last show that I'm doing out of 4 in a row. So.
So. I know what's special about Manistee National, but what do you tell people who don't know anything about it?
Well, Manistee National it's a beautiful resort, and it's getting nicer. I mean, we've completely remodeled the lobby, many of the hotel rooms. We've been doing some fairly dramatic improvements to the golf courses with some different waste bunkering on the Kantuk course, a lot of thinning out of some of the trees just to open up some of the views to the beautiful holes. Cutter's Ridge, we put this big burn in, and we put sheet piling and stone, and it really turned like a little drainage sort of water hazard into a real visual hazard, but also something that's just very aesthetic. We have plans to turn our 18th hole on Cutter's Ridge into a par 5 from a par 4. It's not going to impede play until it's complete, because we can build the hole up and around and make a really a great finishing hole, possible 2-shot finishing hole for longer hitters, but there'll be some trouble, and we're excited about how that's going to make Cutter's Ridge a more enjoyable finish on the 18th hole. So there's a lot of projects we got going on in Manistee. The people that come up, we've got, a lot of them here in Detroit are looking for stay and play packages, and we do obviously a lot of that. We've got a 42-room resort with the indoor and outdoor swimming pools, and like I said, we remodeled the one. We're expanding the bar and dining services in the hotel. We also have our clubhouse with the restaurant, which you guys are familiar with. But we have since bought 2 large lodging on-site cottages, we call them. Each one of them, though, is capable of having 16 to 20 people stay in them. So that's going to give us some good options for people that may not want to stay in the hotel. There's lots of amenities that go with these. They're on-site, so you still are not having to drive your car around to go back and forth, but some of the groups like to stay in a big house together, and it's going to be interesting. I think people are going to like it.
Right. The 2 courses are really pretty different. Can you tell people what some of the differences are?
Sure. The original course is called Kantuk Valley. That was the original design when the course and the property was first established. It's a nice course. It goes through the hardwood forest, the national forest. It's a traditional design. It's very playable. It's probably gets the most of our play. People like it. We have our tournaments and stuff on that course. It's a beautiful course. After a few years after that was in place, Cutter's Ridge was built. You take a short golf cart ride. It's actually on the west side of 31, so you take a tunnel and go underneath the highway. And that course, each hole is carved through the woods and wetlands. It's very scenic. A lot of our golfers request to play Cutter's Ridge when they come out. We think some of the improvements that are being done there are going to make it even more enjoyable. It's got multiple tee sets. It's just each hole is kind of carved into the area on its own, so you don't see a lot of the other play and around you because it's so isolated and scenic.
It is scenic, and you don't see a lot of houses butting right up to the fairways there. Yeah. One other thing I want to mention, you've got great food. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're excited. We've got we're going to expand some of the dining services to the hotel guests. So, and the swimming pool people and the after hours by making our little lounge that was in the hotel bigger. So that's going to be bigger. We have in the clubhouse is where the main dining area is. And our chef Brian does a good job with his staff. We have lots of, obviously, lunch items and breakfast items on the weekends, the lunch items every day. But then, when it comes time and you're done golfing, it's not just burgers and fries. There's lots of different steaks, fish, seafoods, pastas, things that are people from town come to dine there, not necessarily part of the golfing. And obviously when we have events, we just, we're talking with the chamber group. They're having the chamber golf outing with us. And I know they're coming there to play golf and all that, but they're excited about the food and the lunch options and the dinner afterwards and the different things they get to pick from. So yeah, it helps me to, entice people to bring their events to our course. And the people in the local area know it's a good place to come and eat.
Well, both courses are great. I like Kentuck Valley the best. I think it's a good course for beginners. And the other thing is, even if you're just driving through, stop by and have a meal. You won't regret it.
Yes, well, we have so many people now. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of these shows. Grand Rapids is a new show for us, and there's so many people that say, "Oh yeah, I've driven by," or and we're just like, "Stop in." Trust me, you'll be glad you did. Between the practice facility, dining, pro shop options, there's a lot of things, and usually when people do stop in, then we get them back to golf or something eventually.
Look for the one with the beautiful white fence. It's just a great marker of Manistee National. It's how people can find you.
It's right off of 31. Yeah, that's what people remember. So.
Thank you, Denis.